I had a friend ask me the other day, uh, a kid asked me the other day, um, how he should take the Bible, if he should take it literally, or if it's just anecdotal or a figurative speech. How do you answer that question? Because that's a big book. It's a piece of literature that has everything in it. I have one quick story to read. It's real short from Mark chapter 5, and tell me what you think or think about it. Uh, this is Mark chapter 5, verses the first 20 verses. It's a story, okay? They arrived in the territory of Gerasenes on the other side of the Sea of Galilee. Jesus stepped out of the boat. A man came out to the tombs and met him. The man was controlled by an evil spirit and lived among the tombs. No one could constrain or restrain him any longer, not even with a chain. Excuse me. He had often been chained hand and foot. However, he snapped the chains off his hands and broke the chains from his feet. No one could control him. Night and day he was among the tombs and on the mountainsides, screaming and cutting himself with stones. The man saw Jesus at a distance, so he ran to Jesus, bowed down in front of him, and shouted, "Why are you bothering me now, Jesus, the Son of the Most High God? Swear to God that you won't torture me." He shouted this because Jesus said, "You evil spirit, come out of the man." Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" And he told Jesus, "My name is Legion," which is equivalent to 6,000 men, "because there are many of us." He begged Jesus not to send him out of the territory. A large herd of pigs was feeding on a mountainside nearby. The demons begged him, "Send us into the pigs. Let us enter them." Jesus let them do this. The evil spirits came out of the man and went into the pigs. The herd of about 2,000 pigs rushed down the cliff into the sea and drowned. Those who took care of the pigs ran away. In the city and countryside, they reported everything that had happened, so the people came to see what had happened. They came to see Jesus and saw the man who had been possessed by the legion of demons. The man was sitting there dressed and in his right mind. The people were frightened. Those who saw this told what had happened to the demon-possessed man and the pigs. Then the people began to beg Jesus to leave their territory. As Jesus stepped into the boat, the man who had been demon-possessed begged him, "Let me stay with you." But Jesus would not allow it. Instead, he told the man, "Go home to your family and tell them how much the Lord had done for you and how merciful he had been to you." So the man left. He began to tell how much Jesus had done for him in the 10 cities. Everyone was amazed. I find that an incredible story, personally, and I take it literally that Jesus saw a demon-possessed man exorcise the demons from the man. I find it curious that the demons knew right off the bat who Jesus was, or they perceived Jesus to be the Son of God. I find it interesting that they begged him to not push them out of the territory. What territory? And I find it interesting that Jesus gave them permission. But I figure Jesus gave them permission for the very thing that they claimed in the very beginning, which is, it's not your time yet. He hadn't died on the cross yet. He hadn't started his mission of victory yet. And until he did that, he had no power to push them out of the territory, to cast them into hell. until their time of judgment. Also, I find it interesting that they went into the pigs. I find that really interesting because there was 4 people there who documented that incident. It was Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John. And I just read to you what Mark had written about it. Matthew's story is slightly different. And the stories basically tell you the same thing. But there's one part of the story that is consistent between the different disciples who recorded it, and that is that they went into the pigs and went off the hillside and died. And I think they missed the point. I think the disciples missed the whole point, because I don't think that the demons were asking to go into the pigs that ran over the cliff and died. They wanted to go into what they consider pigs, and that's human beings. They were asking to go in and possess other men in the city. And the reason I say this is something that the disciples also recorded. This is a fairly common verse. Don't give what is holy to dogs, or throw your pearls to pigs, or don't cast your pearls to the swine. It means don't convey a message to people who don't want to hear it. Don't give what is holy to those who will despise it. It's about people. It's about people who reject truth. I mean, even look what Jesus has said in the story here. When the man said he wanted to stay with him, and Jesus told him instead, go home to your family and tell them how much the Lord has done for you. He didn't say go into the city and report it on the news media, or he didn't say go announce this to the whole city. He said go to your family. So casting your pearls before swine is what the demons wanted to do, is to go into those humans, and Jesus permitted it. And they all came back and asked Jesus Christ to leave the territory, go away. They didn't really care that the man had been healed from having all those demons in him. They cared more about their pigs that went over the cliff, which is human nature. But I really think those guys missed the boat as far as where the demons went. Why would demons want to go into pigs and then run off the cliff and all the pigs died? Where did the demons go after the pigs died? Think about it. That's kind of stupid. Oh, let me go into this mosquito. Don't just cast me out so that I'm floating around, or let me go into that dog over there, or let me go into those cattle. That's kind of stupid, especially if they're just going to die immediately. The reason why the pigs ran off the cliff is because they sensed the demons. When Jesus Christ cast them out of that man, the pigs knew it, and they were running away, and they died. The demons just went into the city and went into other humans. So that's what I told this kid. I mean, you have to think about what you're reading and determine if it's literal, or determine if it's prophetic, or determine if it's just an allegory. That's just the way I do it, and so I gave this story to him as an example. That doesn't mean I'm right. It just means that's the way I approach all of this, because not only has it been changed over a period of 1,000 years or more, people want to sabotage it. People want to intentionally make it screwed up. People, even the inspired writers in the Bible, make mistakes. That's what I see here, is that they misinterpreted what actually happened. It's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. So you have to approach it with a desire to understand what really happened, and if you do that, you will understand.